Christopher instructed him to get him one too. Once Christopher looked at the flyer, he said out loud, "That's messed up that she's missing. I pray to God that she's okay." But she wasn't, and he knew it. It's really frightening to witness something so cold-blooded in action. Something so calculated, so malevolent, so downright monstrous. This man continued to stalk the area of the crime scene for days after he murdered and tortured a little girl. He even attended the first vigil and presented himself as a concerned citizen in the wake of the evil acts he committed. I'm convinced that Christopher Whitaker is a human entity without so much as a fragment of a soul. And it will be tempting for some to point the finger at his drug abuse as the culprit, but I actually don't believe that's the case at all. If you ask me, the drugs are the reason he got caught. The reason he didn't scrub his fingerprints. The reason he didn't cover up the evidence. The reason why he left the crime scene so tainted. While these might look like the careless mistakes of a first-time murderer, I fully believe with all my heart that Christopher has committed more. And so do the authorities. As they began to dive deeper down the rabbit hole of the investigation, they found Whitaker's alias Facebook page that had a coded name. When read out loud, it says Black Lion, the last one on 93rd. Shortly after his interrogation, he was brought in again and interviewed about the unsolved murders of 4 local women that occurred in a 6-year window. For 3 of these victims, Christopher simply could not have been the killer. He was in prison at the time when the crimes occurred. But one of these women was not only accessible to Christopher at the time of her murder, he worked security at a now burned-down studio that was about a block from her home. Her name was Jamila Hassan. She was 37 years old when she was found stabbed to death in her home on Manor Avenue in Cleveland, about a mile away from where Aliana was found just 5 years later. Jamila's body was discovered with 15 to 17 blade-made injuries, a match in brutality for Christopher Whitaker's M.O.
Good evening to you. Today, Chris Whitaker, that suspect, was charged with murder. That's according to police. Tomorrow, he appears in court, a place he certainly knows. At this home in South Euclid today, we spoke with the aunts of Chris Whitaker, who spoke on the condition we didn't show their faces or use their names. They described their 44-year-old nephew as a father and grandfather, not as a predator.
And God is going to come out and show the right one. God's going to show the right one. I know it's not in his heart. His time is hard, because I raised him up. My heart go out for the other family. My heart really go out for the other family. And I pray to God that they get the right person.
Today, we spoke with people who say they knew him at Garfield High School as Chris Summers. And while some described him as aggressive and even creepy, they were surprised by the allegations, with one pointing us to his personal Facebook page with a profile that phonetically reads Black Lion, the last on 93rd. Several unsolved murders have occurred in recent years near East 93rd Street. And tonight, police say they are in the very early stages of determining whether he could be linked to other crimes. They say they are looking at his DNA and matching it up, case by case.
Family told us there would be a vigil today for a story that struck a chord here in Cleveland, but I don't think anyone imagined what happened today actually would. Aliana